Right. I think my Zoom is going crazy, but now it's working fine. So let's get started. We have successfully finished Java, the programming language, which we'll be using for the rest of the course, which is Selenium. So Selenium, we'll try to see what Selenium is. We have already gone through advantages and introduction to automation. So this one will specifically be about Selenium. So what is Selenium? What are its feature drawbacks? Some hierarchy of WebDriver, and how do we download this API WebDriver, uh, and how do we make it work with our Eclipse and so on. So Selenium is the tool for automating web-based application. Uh, it's most widely used application. It's most widely used tool. Most of the companies, since Selenium came in, they're all using it, and there are like thousands and thousands of frameworks which were built on Selenium by many companies to automate their web browser. Uh, so Selenium's WebDriver. So WebDriver is an interface, and now you know what interface means. So WebDriver is an interface which will help us or help uh, Java and web browser, which is like Google Chrome or Edge or Safari or Firefox, anything to interact between or to help these two guys like Java and your web browser to talk to each other. So this web driver will take instructions from Java, execute it or execute it on your browser. So this is like an interface which will be present between Java and web browser. So WebDriver is a web automation framework that allows you to execute your test against different browser, and also like WebDriver helps uh, to execute our test or test complete test suite in different browsers. WebDriver is a Java interface. WebDriver is an API, and API means application program interface, which means that it's just a middleman who is going to take care of the conversation between two parties. So that's what it means. WebDriver is again one of the very important component of Selenium. Um, and WebDriver kind of supports all multiple languages. Selenium supports all languages like Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, etc. Similarly, WebDriver also supports them all. We'll be taking care of Java at this point in our course. So the only drawback which Selenium and WebDriver is it only works on web-based application, and it needs a browser. Advantages: it's open source, supports multiple operating system, has multiple languages, supports multiple browser. Selenium can integrate third-party tools, which is like AutoIT, SQL, Apache, POI, TestNG, external report, etc. So we'll be learning all this. These are nothing but extra libraries which we will use in order to automate few things like AutoIT is for uh, file download and file upload. SQL is again for file upload. Apache POI is for reading Excel, writing into Excel. TestNG is a framework, testing framework. Extend report is a report which will make our test result look really nice, and it has dashboards and so on. So there are like few good, there are like more libraries which we can use with Selenium. So it's easy to integrate third-party tools like these with Selenium and to work with it. Initially, we'll start with learning TestNG because this is the testing framework which we'll be learning. So as part of the course, it comes towards the end, but I find it beneficial when we introduce this earlier. So when we are practicing Selenium, we will practice it on TestNG so that by end of this course, we will be good with Selenium's concept, also TestNG concept. So uh, hence I will introduce TestNG first, and then we'll study or learn more about Selenium. So when we execute the code, it will be mostly like a TestNG test. So you'll get more exploration on TestNG part. And it has just two limitations, which is desktop application, and another one is it cannot like read images or graphs. It just knows that image is present or graphs is present, but it does not know what the image is about or what the graph means. So that's about advantages and disadvantages. Now, this is something very important, which is hierarchy of Selenium classes and interface. This is something which will be getting asked in interviews also, which is like how is Selenium, uh, how are Selenium classes and interfaces laid out? So can you tell us the hierarchy of it? So this is the hierarchy which they would be asking, and I can show this quickly in my machine because I have Selenium and everything installed, right? So it will be easy for me to show now, and then when you get it, you can see it as well. So the very first thing which we have, which is on the top, is called search context interface, and that interface has find element and find elements, just these two things. So this is interface, that means like it will just have um, since it's an interface, it will just have the method names, it will not have any definition to it. Then from that comes WebDriver interface. Now this WebDriver interface has more methods additional to this find element and find elements method. It's like get, close, get title, quit, and so on. Now on top of this, there will be remote WebDrivers, which has Chrome WebDriver, Firefox, IE, and so on. And now these are what? These are classes. So whichever WebDriver which we choose to execute our program on, so let's say we want to execute on Google, so we'll use Chrome WebDrivers. If we choose Firefox, then we'll use Firefox WebDriver. If we choose IE, then we'll use IE WebDriver. So whichever browser we choose, we'll choose the respective driver file, and that file will have definition for all these things, for like find element, find elements, get, close, get title, etc. So all these methods definition will be provided there. Here you can see it's just assignment, like they have just said that these are the abstract method which whoever wants to work with us has to have the definition for it. So Google Chrome has their own definition, Firefox has their own definition, IA has their own definition, but they have to give definition to all these methods listed here. So I'll show this quickly so that you are aware of it. And now it comes to Selenium. So Java intro is done. Now Selenium part. So I'll be sharing the repository for this one so you all can download this as well. This automation. I think it's this project here. Batch to main. Okay. Practice. This is not my stuff. Okay, it's this one here. Let me go into this, open a file which is first test file. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Which one should I take? And file download frames, implicit way generation. Okay. So this WebDriver, if I click on WebDriver, it says open declaration, right? So to get into or to see what this class is, to get into any class, you have to click on control button and you can click on wherever you want to go. So I want to create an object of WebDriver class. So I want to understand what this WebDriver has to offer. So when I click on this WebDriver, it will open up something and you can see that it's opened up public interface WebDriver, right? So I'll get you to download Selenium and get you to download TestNG and Maven type of project. So we will do all those. But before even going there, I'll first explain this hierarchy here, which we have seen. So WebDriver is an interface, and that is extending from search context. Again, that is interface. So we can see here when I'm trying to create an object of WebDriver. So if I click on control and then click on WebDriver, that will take me to the existence of the WebDriver itself. So here it says public interface WebDriver and extends search context. So first, what are the methods in WebDriver? If I go down, I can see that it has get string URL, it has get current URL, it has get title, it has find elements, it has get page source, close, quit, get window handles, get window handle, switch to navigate, and so many more. It has like way too many methods whichever are present. But it just has the name. It does not have any thing inside. So since it's an interface, it will just have the name, right? That's the concept which we learned. And this is the real-time example of what it means, like when you create an interface. So when Selenium people, when they created this WebDriver, they gave all this abstract method, but they didn't give any definition to it, right? So this they just said like what this will do. That's it. They just said what this will do, but they didn't write anything inside. Now, when and also, so this is about WebDriver interface, but what happens in search context? So search context is again an interface and it has only two things, find elements and find element. And this is what we saw here in the hierarchy. So we saw WebDriver has many of the methods. Search context has only two methods. So we saw them all. Now, if you create and if you want to work on Chrome driver, right? So if you want to work on Chrome driver, you have to, after creating an object of driver, you will say what type of driver it is, which is here. So I'm saying my driver to become like Chrome driver. So if I click on Chrome driver, so you can see that this is a class. Chrome driver is a class extending from Chromium driver. And this class will have definition for all the methods which we saw earlier. So this will have definitions to uh, for everything which we have seen before. Open declaration. Ah, my Eclipse. And Chromium driver extends from remote web driver. And here you can see it will have definition, get capabilities. Where are the definition? Execute script. This has like the complete code for everything. So this is quit method. Even this has super class, which has everything. So let me go back up. It's extending from remote web driver. Remote WebDriver would have all those methods. I want to show those, see, get current URL, get title, print, find element, find elements, find elements, find elements. So all these are like different all those methods which we studied here, or which we have. So there's one search context and WebDriver interface. Remote WebDriver is a class which is implementing all these things here, and then whenever we have like our browsers driver, the driver will extend from this remote WebDriver. So that's the functionality, and hence we can see that from here also. We have class Chrome driver extending from Chromium. Then Chromium driver is extending from remote WebDriver, and then this remote WebDriver which is on the top. And remote WebDriver has remote WebDriver, and you can see remote WebDriver implements WebDriver. JavaScript executor has capabilities, and so many things more. It implements all this, but it implements WebDriver. And if I go to WebDriver itself, WebDriver is what? Your interface. So interface has all these methods, name. So this is the connection, or this is the hierarchy. So if they ask you an interview, you should know what happens or how this thing works. You can now, since you know the concept of interfaces and classes, I would suggest you to, like, once you get familiar yourself familiar with everything in Selenium, I would say that you should go to uh, the interface part by going through like WebDriver class, open it, go to interface, see what it has, then go to Chromium, see what that has, and then go to remote WebDriver and see what that has, and so on. So that's about this. Now comes to the part where we download the WebDriver. This is old setup or old configuration. We do not use this anymore. We will use the new type of setups. We'll be working on Maven project from today onwards. So let's all create a Maven project first, and then we'll try to install TestNG, and we'll take it from there. So let's all install Maven. So to install Maven, you have to click on Windows. Uh, check. Oh, sorry, you have to click on Help and then click on Eclipse Marketplace. You can download from Marketplace right away. It does not take a lot of time. You click on Help and open Eclipse Marketplace. For me, it's taking time, but for you, it should be relatively fast. And then here you can type Maven and search.
What Maven, which version we have to download? I have Maven profile management and Maven phases and goals.
Let me check. There used to be one specific E2M, but let me check. Why do not I have it? I used to have Eclipse E2M.
Sorry, which one we have installed?
I'm checking. Hold on. There was one. Eclipse Marketplace, which or maybe we all already have Maven. We just have to create a project because I do not see it in mine. I think we all have it by itself. Let's try to do it. Let's try to create a Maven project. So click on File, click on New, and click on Others.
Is it called Eclipse M2E?
It could be M2E, but let's see if we do not have it already. Sometimes we already have it, like with our Eclipse. So that's why it's not showing me here. Eclipse Marketplace. It could be M2E, EM2, Maven 2 Eclipse. This is setting. Oh yeah,
Funny,
Eclipse M2E, this one it is. But only if we do not have. So yeah, this is something which we have to install. But let's see, let's everyone try to first create a project. If we directly have it, then we won't need this. Um, we don't have to install it, is what I mean. So let's try to create one first. So to create a Maven project, go to File, go to click on New. And if you see it here, I see it because maybe I've already created a Maven project. But if you do not see it here, you can click on Others and look for Maven in this part. And let me know if you all see it. So File, New,
Maven.
yeah, Others, and you should be able to see a Maven folder.
I already have Maven.
Yeah,
It says
it's
new
here.
Maven project.
Oh, perfect. So you all have it.
Yeah.
How about Lena? Lena, do you have it as well?
Yeah. Sorry, the screen was changing. I
No
also have
worries.
it. It is asking for default. What is this default? Use default
Workspace.
workspace location. So, do we have to create a folder and then give that location?
I'll come to that part, but hold on. I just want everyone to first know whether we have it, and then when I create it, I'll let you know what those what options we have
Oh,
to.
I have to select a wizard. I just selected directly file new Maven.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing. If I click on Maven project and click next, I will get the same thing as what you got. It's like this
Okay.
one, right? It's one and the same. Gladys, how about you? Is it possible for you to see new Maven project? I know you're using Visual Basic Studio.
Yeah, so I tried to add a Maven extension,
Yeah.
but my computer is bugging. Like it's very slow today. Like, not today, like days before. So I have a computer issue. So uh
Okay.
I click on file. So but I'm not able to see Maven project. Yeah,
Oh, or Visual Basic, right?
yeah, Visual Basic. Yeah.
VB, I do not have it. So, you know what? I'll try to install Visual Basic and see how the things work there. You try by yourself also. If you're getting stuck somewhere, then we might schedule a class where I try to help you fix Maven for you.
Okay, yeah, I will try by myself and let you know.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So Once we have new Maven project, you can use default workspace. That's fine. Click on next.
Okay.
Click on next, and here you have to choose something. Maven.
Yeah. Oh, what about the workspace location? Did
You can keep default. Keep default.
okay.
And here is Selenium. Control F. Maven.
It's asking group ID or for the artifact.
Yep.
Um.
I'll tell you those. Uh,
Yeah. Where we, what which option we can?
I'll tell you 1 second. Where did I write this? Okay. So look for catalog saying internal if this is not selected. For me, I have it already selected. So you can click on catalog, you can click on internal. The one which you have to choose is called Maven Archetype Quick Start 1.1, the one which you see on my screen. So make sure you select this one. If you do not see it on your list, you have to change the catalog. It might be in all catalog first, make it internal, and this will come up. If you're in all catalog, it will not show, as it's not showing anything right now, and then it will show too many things. But if you click on internal, you'll directly see this archetype quick start. Let me know if you all found it.
Yeah, found it.
Okay. Did everyone find quick start? Lena, Chris.
Yes.
Perfect. Then you can click on next. Here it will ask you for group ID. You can choose your own. Let's create a new project where we'll practice. So call it Selenium practice. You do not have to enter artifact ID, but if you want, you can enter it as well. So you can write automation learning. I already use automation artifact ID, so I cannot use that, but I'm using automation learning. You can choose anything. So once you give group ID and artifact ID, you can click on finish. Then you will see that Maven archetype quick start will trigger uh, the similar way as what it's doing for me. It's saying that it's creating a project for us. So it will do this. So let it do, it takes time. So let it work on this. It's trying to create a Maven type of a project for you. And in the console, right, you will see something called Selenium, or like it will say that it's trying to create a project and it's asking you to enter some information. And here you have to enter Y. So just say yes. So for yes in command line or like console, it's Y. So type Y and press enter. You'll be stuck at 33%. Like everyone will be stuck at 33% until we enter Y here. So enter Y and press like input Y and press enter. That will create the project for you. So it's creating 77%, 100%, and it's updating and building. So done. Now you can see that learning automation has been created for me. My project. So similarly, whatever name you guys have given, with the help of that name, the project would be created for you.
I have got it created, but it has got I mean, 3 errors, 65 warnings. It is showing like for you, it's build success completely, and
Yeah.
for me, like build success is there, but I don't know why in console it is saying 3 errors. And but its project batch to Java intro is missing required.
Oh,
So
that is for the error is for your this one. It does not matter. There's no error in this, so don't worry. Because you have multiple projects here, right? Your console will
yes,
show everything. But your this build
okay,
has to be successful. If build
yeah, that
success,
is success. Yeah,
that means your Maven project is created, and you should see this folder. I don't know what name you have given, but you should see that name. You
yeah,
should
it's there.
see this small m. This means this small m. Can you see like the one which I'm pointing at in your?
Yeah, yeah.
So this means like it is a Maven type of a project. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, how about Chris and Chaitra? Do you guys see it as well?
I can see that automation learning folder, but I didn't uh, receive get any like what you have received and typing yes, nothing it's showing, but the folder has been created.
How about
Uh,
this source, GRE, Maven dependency, and all these files are
yes, I
okay,
have
perfect.
all these
Okay,
subfolders.
maybe then you have like newer version of Eclipse which is not asking you for permission, or you
Yeah,
have
it's
given,
not asking.
yeah, or you have given like while installing this Eclipse, you have given some extra permission. That could also be the reason it's not asking you. But maybe while I installed the Eclipse, I gave uh, I didn't choose that give all the permission, so it's asking me permission when I'm creating here. But that's fine. That's completely okay. If you see it
Okay.
here, it's all fine. How about Chris?
Yeah, I'm good. I think mine is like Gladys or Lena, sorry, whoever.
Okay, no worries. But
I
yeah,
see that, but my library doesn't have that JDK. Oh no, it does. I just can't see it. It's hidden. Yep.
oh, so you just do not have this.
No, I
J
have it. It's
You have
there.
it. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
It's just hidden.
Yeah, it will choose the Java. It will choose everything for us. Like that's
Yeah.
why Maven is like very beautiful. You do not have to do anything. Everything is taken care by itself. The way project structure is designed, everything will be like done by itself, and that's why I love Maven project. And like in most of the companies, they use the project type to be Maven, or something which is derived from Maven, where there's some dependency files and so on. So we'll learn more about Maven as we go, as we learn more. But yeah, so right now you have Maven project created. Now we'll try to install Selenium. Before installing Selenium, let's install TestNG because that's the framework which we are going to work on. So TestNG has to be installed through this. So click on Help and then click on Marketplace. And here you can type TestNG. It will be like this, TestNG for Eclipse. You can type this and install it. Why we are installing this TestNG? So that our Eclipse helps us in writing the program or converting things in TestNG by itself. So we need this plugin for that reason. So we do not need the plugin for uh, for Maven project itself, but we need it for our Eclipse to help us write some code, like how we create Java class file, right? Very easy. So we say new class Java class file. So similarly, if we want to do TestNG file, we can, if we do not have this plugin, we cannot do that. But with this plugin, we can say new TestNG file, and we can easily create TestNG file. So for those reasons, we need TestNG plugin. So just type TestNG for Eclipse, and you should see the very first option. You can install that. I already had TestNG, but it was like old, so it gave me an option to update it, and I'm updating it right now. Shouldn't take a lot of time. It's very quick. So look for this TestNG space for Eclipse. Let me know once you have installed.
I'm at
Yeah,
a
it's
trust authority
Okay.
page.
Yeah, you have to give the permissions while installing TestNG. So give yes.
it's asking to confirm. So after
Yeah,
one, it's
you can confirm. Yes. Pretty sure it's not going to do anything. TestNG is kind of
I'll have to restart because no. Okay, okay. It's saying restart Eclipse. Okay, okay. I thought I have to restart my PC. Okay,
no, not required. Only Eclipse max to max.
right.
Mm. I want the system setup to be done properly so that we do not face any issues going forward. And hence, I'm asking everyone to follow the same path and we all are in same place. But Gladys, please try to see if these things can work on your laptop. If it does not, please let me know ASAP. You
No
know,
problem. I will
yeah,
check.
so like try this weekend or before and drop me a message that Shrikant, everything is working fine, or if something is not working, let me know that as well. And then we can work. I'll try to find some time. If not Saturday, maybe some Friday or Thursday, anywhere. I'll try to find like 1 hour and then I'll try to meet you and get it configured for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
No worries. Yeah.
Okay.
But without this configuration, if I keep going forward in the course, um, you will not understand because you are not executing manually in your machine. So keep this as high priority. Maybe today, tomorrow, make sure you have it all set up.
Okay, good.
Thank you. Okay, for everyone else, TestNG is installed, Eclipse restarted.
Question. So the trust artifacts, there's assigned and unassigned. Unsigned? Are we trusting the unsigned content of unknown origin?
Uh, you can trust the one which you find valid.
The signed. So
The
then the
sign,
next
yeah.
page says unsigned, unknown origin.
Unknown origin. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Uh, Can you share? Like, is it in same machine, Chris?
No.
No.
Of course
You're
not.
like, I can't make your life so easy, right?
My laptop, my personal laptop, doesn't even have enough ports to put in like for a desktop, or for
Okay,
a monitor. So
I see, I see. Okay, so in that case, then yeah, just try to like
didn't
unselect.
everybody else get these trust artifacts?
Yes, everyone would get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm pretty sure.
do
So if you do not want to, yeah, if, like unsigned one, you can try to like skip it if possible, and then go to like next screen.
no, I can't. It won't let me it
Oh,
won't
you
let me
have to
go
choose it.
past it. Yeah, you have to say
Uh,
always trust all content or select specifics.
okay, and you cannot select specific the one which are signed and stuff.
I did the signed. It's the unsigned that I'm a little
Oh,
like.
I'm getting it now.
Oh, see, there you go. So, yeah, the
Okay.
unsigned.
Okay. Do you trust the unsigned content of unknown origin? So let me see. Always trust all content. Are you certain you want to accept all content, including unsigned content? No, prompt me instead. Deselect all, and I can't even go next.
Yeah. So they really don't give you an option.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's true. And this like accept the risk,
Yeah.
and then I can go next.
I mean, it looks like I don't know what OSGI
Oh,
classifier
this
is,
these
but it,
three are good, but
yeah,
what is this? Com Boost,
I
J
don't know.
Commander, Com just bundle unsigned. Let me unsigned. Okay. Always trust on content unsigned. Okay. As soon as I do you trust unsigned content of unknown origin? This I'm pretty sure of. These are all good. I need to know these two. Okay, let me quickly check. This one is com.beust.j commander.
Hmm.
What is this J commander? Your makes it you are not filled with description with your options. J provides rather comprehensive suitable. I don't really need all these. But yeah, if we do not use it, it just makes our life tough.
Exactly. Okay, so we're gonna trust all content.
Yeah, I mean, I have done it before, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Looks like it uninstalled my TestNG and it's reinstalling it again. So
Okay, my Eclipse is restarting.
oh yeah,
Uh,
mine.
my process is done. I restarted Eclipse, but now how I will come to know if I have TestNG installed?
Oh well, I'll show that to you. Let mine
Okay.
also restart now. All other IDs, I don't know Eclipse has it or not, but all other IDEs like Visual Studio Code and IntelliJ, they are all coming with AI inbuilt in it now. So you do not even have to like write full complete code. You have to if you have those plugins for AI installed, it will help you write the code. It's like so cool. I have not tried it yet, but I've just read it somewhere last week. So maybe in a couple of weeks, I'll try to use one of the AI plugins to see if it helps me write code like easily. Right now, I'm using ChatGPT if I'm stuck somewhere. But these AI models are so good, it helps you write like code. You just have to give one-liner instructions, and it will help you write complete code.
Have you ever tried Playwright?
Which Playwright, I'm learning Playwright now. Playwright is the new course which we will be having from next batch.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's something. It's really the very new, and some companies have been using it. So now it is gaining some popularity. I have not used.
Yeah, my company uses Playwright, but
Oh, it's
it's
using Playwright.
in a different department, and I had the choice of doing Playwright or this, and I was like, I'm gonna learn old school first.
Yeah, this is old school. So yeah, it's there forever. But Playwright is something which is coming up new, I guess. So they want us to start teaching Playwright
Mhm.
from next batch. Like they want us to have the course for Playwright also because I think market demands for Playwright now, I guess. I have not used it, so that's something which BZQ has asked me, so I'm kind of working on that right now. Uh, I've not even started uh, with all
Yeah,
with my baby and
it
stuff. I'm
looks
so
cool.
busy. Yeah, but if you know one programming language and if you know one framework, everything else is very easy. Like if you know Selenium, Selenium is the most basic basic one, and every other automation tool is built based on how Selenium was designed or Selenium is designed. So if you know Selenium in and out, you can learn anything and everything in like fraction of seconds or minutes. It will not take a lot
Yeah,
of.
that's why I decided to take the Selenium. I'm
Yeah.
like,
So if you like, yeah,
yeah,
once you
if you
finish.
don't understand the back end of it, I mean, it's nice Playwright. It's like a plug and play, but
Yes, I think so. It's a plugin which is very easy to use. Like someone does not know, who does not understand programming and so on, they can easily work with Playwright. But if you know programming and if you know Selenium, if you know how to write a framework here, then you can take all this knowledge, put it in Playwright, and you can make like more use of Playwright. That's my understanding. But Playwright works on JavaScript, so you have to know one more programming language, which is JavaScript. Which is good actually, because being QA, the next path for us, since so many AI models are coming up, the QA jobs are going to be needing special talent now, which is they would want QA to know programming languages, not programming language, but they would want to know, they would want us to know programming languages. So like we should know Java, Python, or like JavaScript, and something which is light version, right? So Java we know, we have learned in the course. JavaScript is something which is little bit like it again follows OOPS concept, so we can learn it easily, because now we know the basics. Like for loops will remain the same, the while loops will remain same, arrays will remain same, collections will remain same, everything will remain same. It's just the syntax of it will be different on different languages. So we will be learning, if you're learning different programming language, what you have to just learn is the new syntax, which is like the new language syntax. That's it. Rest everything will be taken care of in this course, the concept wise. Okay. So if we go to file, if we click on new, and if you click on others, you should see TestNG here. Do you all see?
No.
So if you click on file, new,
Mm,
click on others, you should see this TestNG folder.
I don't know why
Yes.
it's. No, I'm
Lena?
not able to see.
Okay, for you, we'll check. How about Lena? Can you see it?
Yeah, sorry, somebody was there in the door. Yeah, I have. Uh, I have now. What I have to see? Oh, I had to check.
Okay, you have to go to file, you have to click on new, then you have to click on others.
But I have Maven project option. Still, should I go to others?
Yeah, this is for TestNG.
Okay. It's
And then you should see TestNG folder.
and do my chest for the chest. You go upstairs and play. I'm using. Yes, I have. Go and use the
Perfect.
house. I can't. I have
And
TestNG.
perfect. That means you have TestNG installed now. For Chaitra, let's see why it's not working for you. Go to Eclipse Marketplace again. Click on install. And look for TestNG for Eclipse. Make sure it's present.
Yeah, it's showing there and installed.
So it
Mm,
says install, right?
Eclipse.
TestNG for
Yeah,
Eclipse. Okay.
that option
And
is.
did it ask you to restart your Eclipse?
Yes, I did.
Oh wow.
Everything like up to this, everything was up to date. I restarted, but that folder is not. I'm not able to see that here. File new other. I have Maven. I have task XML examples, but not this test engine.
Okay, can you write test ng and see what it shows? Or does it not show anything?
Um, no, it's showing Java JUnit
Oh,
like test ng if I type. No, I
you do
don't
not
have
see
that.
this, right?
No.
Are you sure that it did restart your Eclipse? Can you restart again for me, please?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, and then try again. Because if it is installed, it should show. It's a plugin.
Yeah,
Or else like there's no yeah, the JUnit thing is like Java's inbuilt. So you will always see JUnit, but this is something which we need. Okay, so just try again, restart and see. If not, then if not, then I have to again check why it's not working for you. So restart and then let me know.
No, it's not. So should install it again?
No, hold on. Let's see if you find it here. So click on source test. Hold on. Where's my learning? Okay. So we'll be creating all our files in source/test/java. So you will see two source folders in your Maven project. So the way it's designed is like in source/main/java, all the developers would write their code, and source/test/java, we as a tester we would write our code here. So that's how the design is like. But since we do not have any development team, we are going to just write our test cases or like our complete whatever we are going to learn in source.test.java and run it from here. So when I choose the drop down, I am seeing the first package already created. I can add my files directly to this package, or I can add more files as well. Anything or more package or like different package and use that. Like that does not matter. So I'm going to add my first file in the package which is created. You can choose any option which you like. So I'll do a right click, go to new, and click on others. I want to create TestNG file. So TestNG class. So if I type TestNG, if I type a TestNG, I'll see TestNG class option. So I can choose that, click on next, and it will ask me to enter the class name. So here I'll give the class name. So let me call it as first automation. And I can choose some option from here. Choose all these options for your first automation, except data provider. Choose all this, click on
We
finish.
have to give the source folder as
It would
learning
already
test.
choose by itself. You do not have to do anything here. You have to just give
No,
the class name.
for me it did not come, so I have to give
Oh, then
source source.
you might have did the right click from somewhere else. So in that case, you have to go to browse, click the project which you are in, click on the source, click on the test, and then click on Java and press OK.
Okay, okay. I'll first go file, new and other, right? And then select test and ng
Yes.
test ng class, right?
Yep.
Okay. Because for me, I have to put it. So
No,
source.
so if you do not want to put it, like it's very easy. You have to just choose the package where you want to create the file. So choose the package first where you want to create the file. So let's say I want to create inside the same folder, right? So do a right click here and click on new and click on TestNG class on that. So that way you do not have to choose anything. It will all show up.
Oh yeah, it did not. So I have to write. So I selected the source folder from browse and then
Okay.
package name, and now class name I can give new test ng class, right? First test
Yeah.
ng.
Yeah. First TestNG, first automation, anything, and click on finish. And it should open a file which looks like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. We'll fix those errors, so do not worry on that. Chaitra, can you share your screen quickly? I want to check. Why is it
Yeah,
gray?
I'm trying to, like, I just gave update option and trying to,
Okay.
I show you. Mm.
Let's see
Can you
what.
see my
Yes.
screen?
Oh, so now it's updating. It will take some time.
Yeah, I'm just redoing.
Okay, okay. It will not take a lot of time. So, like, since it's at 7, this time choose the untrusted and everything, what we chose.
Everything I followed. And even
Oh,
it's showing installed, but only I'm not able to see that folder. Even in this package also, it's not showing to select TestNG. I don't
okay.
know.
No idea what's happening then.
Yeah, whatever you've been discussing so far, like every option I was getting, and I was just trying to follow, but
Well, let's see. Give it time for this one to finish, and then we can see what's wrong. 12, 13, 14, 15, three more. It should not take a lot of time. Till now, I never faced anyone having this issue, to be honest. First time you're facing it.
yeah,
Usually,
even for me,
folder.
it's strange. It's showing installed, but folder is not present.
Okay. If this does not work, then you might have to like restart your system.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll be taking a break for 10 minutes, so you can quickly do that. Okay, click on
Okay.
confirm. Okay, hold on. Install fewer than the original request, install different version than the original choose. The installation cannot be complete as requested.
Yeah, here it's showing.
Okay, so update the items already installed, remove the item already installed, install different version than originally requested. Okay, go and click on next.
Next or
Uh,
confirm?
Confirm. Yeah, I don't see that option. So yeah, confirm.
Okay.
Let's see what will calculate requirement dependencies. Okay, let it do.
But why is saying installation cannot be completed as requested? Oh,
Okay, I accept the terms.
yeah, it was showing before as well. I did this
Now I lost your screen.
as usual. If I click something.
Yeah, then it goes away.
Um,
It's strange. Your laptop has some crazy virus or what?
Crazy.
Does not let you
Uh,
screenshot.
Okay. Okay, I follow. It's okay. You can continue. I'll just follow. If I face any problem again, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Or
Then
else you have to wait.
yeah. So while we are doing that, I'll share more information on Maven project. So you can like if it does not work, then you have to restart your laptop. So let me know how it or like what is happening,
Um,
and then we'll work on it. Okay. Now the next thing is uh you remember for JDBC when we had to uh add JDBC driver into our Java project, the process. Do you remember how do we add it? We had to like, oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on. Screen one, share. Okay. Let me know once you can start seeing my screen.
yeah, you can see.
Okay, perfect. So to add JDBC, like to your project, you had to select the project, you had to do a right click, you had to click on build path, you had to click on configure build path, and then go to your libraries, and here you would add your JDBC driver, right? So click on module, say add external jars, and then select the jar and press open and then install it. So that was the process which you have followed. Similarly, if you install Java, if you want to work with Selenium, you would do the same process if you were not using Maven project. If you had to use some other type of project, which is like just Java project, then I had to do this process or this step to add Java API into my Java project. But we are using Selenium. So Selenium makes it, sorry, we are using Maven project. So Maven project makes it very easy because Maven has something called pom.xml file. So you should have it in your project, something called pom.xml file. It is present directly into your Maven project, the last file called pom.xml. You can double click and open the file. And this file is the key file. So this file is a file which has all the executing instruction, all the dependency downloading, and so on. So this file is like a key for Maven project. Okay, so when you open this file will be created by when you try to create a Maven type of project. So pom.xml file will be given to you by your Eclipse. So you should have it. Here you see J dependency. Maven would have one dependency which is by default called JUnit. JUnit is like unit testing for developers. So it's already there. But we want TestNG framework for our automation part, right? So we have to mention the TestNG dependency to be added here. Now, how do we add the dependency, or how do we know what dependencies are required? For that, there's a process which we have to follow. I'll show you how to look for it so that you're covered, so that you know how to look for dependency. So open browser, type mvnrepository.com. Let me just give this to you. Go to chat. In chat, I have sent. It's called MVN repository. Once you go there, type TestNG and press enter.
Oh, we have to do it?
Yeah, you have to do it, or else how will you know? Like after this class, you might forget. So follow along.
MVN, what was that?
Repository. I have sent it in the chat. So we are trying to find the dependency. So open that website which I've sent you, and then on the search box, the very first title, type TestNG and press search.
So this one TestNG org.testing, we have to,
Yeah,
what we have to do?
org.testng. The first option. Select that.
Okay.
Okay. And once you select that, you will see a lot of options here. And then you'll see the latest version. Which one is the latest version? Which one? So all these versions have vulnerability. This version came in on February 13, 2025. So this is the latest version. You can choose the latest version. Do not choose anything which has vulnerability. There will be one central stable version also. Okay. So I think this one is good. So click on the latest version. Okay. And then it will open this page with the latest version here. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see different type of project which you have here. We are on Maven project, so we'll click on Maven. If it is not already clicked on Maven, so you can click on Maven, and then you can copy this dependencies mentioned here. To copy this dependency mentioned here, go back to Eclipse and paste it in this place. So find the dependencies tag, and you would already have one. Just below that, you will copy this dependency. So dependencies will have all the dependency, and this one is dependency which is already present. You will add your TestNG dependency here. Make sure that you do not delete anything which is already existing, or else it will give an error. Just paste it after your JUnit dependency. So think of dependency as like open tag and slash dependency as like close tab. You have to make a note of this point. Paste it here. And once you have pasted it,
I got like a error kind of. On the I pasted the dependency below below
Did you
the.
paste it between these dependency stack? Like it should be in between these like dependencies. You would have this already. You have to just press and enter from here and paste it just below this dependency part. If you got an error, maybe you have pasted it in a wrong place. So you have to make sure that you paste it right below the JUnit dependency. So you see, I have JUnit dependency ending here. I press enter and then I pasted the rest of the code in this line.
Uh,
So after you paste it, let me know. Are you still seeing error, Lena?
uh, I fixed that somehow, that dependencies and slash dependencies. So slash dependencies was not there and there was double dependency. Did I copy it wrong? I don't know.
Uh,
Did I copy something wrong?
no, it should be easy copy. Like, see this thing would look like this. One dependency which is open bracket. So this one is like open bracket and this one is like close bracket. So think of it as
Yeah,
like,
I fixed it and now I don't have error.
okay, perfect. So no error, that is good. But at the end, you see this, right? Your end of
Yes.
the file is this thing, right?
Yeah, there is a dependency slash dependencies and slash project.
Okay. How about this? You see
Yeah,
these lines?
dependency, dependencies. Yeah, yeah, same.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Now save when you, okay. So before you save the file, you should go to this Maven dependencies and click on this arrow, like expand this Maven dependencies. And currently you should just see JUnit. But once I save this file, so as soon as I save this file, my project will start building again because I've added dependency in my pum.xml file. And the output for that, like as soon as I save it, you see in my Maven dependency, there'll be few new things which will be added. So JUnit was already there, but now I see 4 new things, which is going to help me support in my TestNG, right? So
Mm.
all these jars will help me to run my TestNG class, my TestNG stuff. Okay. So Maven makes it really easy. If I had to use TestNG in different type of project, then I had to first go download this jar, this jar, this jar, this jar. So I had to download all these 4 jars separately. Then I had to do the process of configure build path, then add external jar, and then add those jar files here. So that would be the process. But with Maven,
मुझे क्या
it's
करता है
very
ना?
easy. We can just click on the dependencies and add the dependencies here and save the file. Our project will be built. New dependency files will be downloaded directly. So this is for TestNG. Now next is Selenium. So go back to Maven and click on mavenrepository.com and this time search for Selenium. Once you click on Selenium, look for Selenium Java. Let me know if you found it. Okay, click on
Yeah,
Selenium Java.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, wow, there's a latest release, April of 5th. There'll be some stable version. I'll choose this version, 4.3.1. This one is the latest. If we have any problem, we'll switch to the lower versions. But right now, let's choose the latest and use this. So I'll copy this dependencies again. Same thing. Go back to my Eclipse. Go back to this, paste it here. Tab. And I'll add this dependency right below the TestNG dependency, right? And again, I have to save this. As soon as I save it, boom, everything about Selenium is here in my Maven dependencies. Perfect. Chris is on top. Chris has two systems and she's making use of it. Okay, so you should see all your files here. But if you see it here, that means your Selenium is also installed. I mean, your Selenium libraries are now present, and now you can start writing the code, start automating. Let me know if anyone of you does not have this. Okay, Chaitra, Lina, do you all see it?
Oh no, I'm still stuck in TestNG, but I'm
Okay.
following your yeah.
So this thing you can still add, like this pom.xml file, you can still add. Like you do not have to wait for TestNG to show up.
Yeah, but I lost the because I was concentrating on TestNG.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll add these now.
Yeah, just add them. I'll send it to you. So you can quickly add them, these files, because next is even if you do not have the plugin installed, it's not like no, it is going to make your life little bit
Yeah, it's
harder.
saying some version conflict. So I was trying to uninstall and install something I was doing there.
Okay. But let's try to add these dependencies that you can do later also. If not,
Okay.
but let's install the dependency. Let's try to run one code which will open Chrome and do some good stuff. So I'll give you the dependency here. Make sure you copy it from the chat. But you know how to download these dependencies, right? It's only from you
Yeah,
have to just go to MVN repository, type
NVN repository. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So paste it in your pom.xml file, save it, and make sure in your Maven dependencies you see all these jar files.
Okay.
So go to pom.xml file, go to this dependencies node. Right after this dependency, paste yours. Paste to the one which I've sent in chat. Okay. So now let's write our first code. First automation. You would see a lot of cross marks before this, right? In this Java file, those should be gone for everyone. Perfect. Uh, for Chaitra,
Sorry. Can you please come again? I am
like
here.
there were a lot of cross marks when you first created testng dot I mean the first automation dot Java file, the first testng class file. There were a lot of cross marks and errors. I think those errors will be gone by now.
Okay. First test and Java. Yeah, they are all gone.
They are all gone, right? Yes, so that's what I meant. Now let this file be here. Doesn't matter. Like let this file be here. Now let's try to create a new class file. So Chaitra, you can follow this right now. Do
Yeah.
not care about the testng. We'll take care of it later. But were you able to save the file, the pom XML after writing the dependency?
Yeah, I'm doing that
Okay,
now.
finish that as soon as possible so that we go to the next part.
Okay.
Just open pom.xml file, which you should see, and paste
Yeah.
it here, the dependency. the one which I've shared in chat. If you're finding any issue, let me know.
Okay.
You can walk through what you're doing right now so that I know where you are stuck at.
Yeah, and I need to copy those four. Um,
There'll be 8 lines now because I've given you both together. 8 to 10 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lines, sorry.
mm, 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 mm.
You were able to find pom.xml file, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you able to find this dependencies node?
Mm, yes.
Okay.
Dependencies under dependency.
Mm-hmm.
I need to.
Under dependencies, you would find JUnit already present there. So skip that part, like right after, like, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you will see this part first. Press and enter from here, and then paste the lines which I gave you, which is this part. I gave you this part, so yeah,
Oh,
come right below this and then perform this part.
okay. Why error? Dependency.
So make sure you have not. So there's one dependencies, IES. You have to put it before this closing of dependencies. There's something called dependency, and then there's something called dependencies. So all your dependency should be present within this dependencies folder, CIES, like the plural format.
Okay. I'm getting some error in group ID, JUnit. It's showing.
In JUnit, also
Mm,
maybe can you share your screen? That will be
yeah.
helpful here. Yeah. Um,
Mm,
it's telling multiple share.
can you see my?
Hold on, it's loading. Okay, perfect. So, oh yeah, because you removed the part of dependency. So you see line number. Okay, can you press Control Z, Control Z on this file? Control Z, Control Z again. Control. Hold on. Control Z again. Control Z again. Hold on. One more time.
Okay.
Okay. So click on backspace. Control Z again. One more time. Okay. Click on line number 23
Okay.
and press enter and paste now. Control V. Perfect. Control S save. So it will build your project. Now click on Maven dependencies on your left. Yes. And it's building right now, right? Like on your, you can see the project build is still happening. Can you see that part? I can't see it in your screen, but you should be able to see it.
Um, console. No console to display. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Did you
Hold on.
press Control S?
Yeah, I think.
Yes. I saved.
Mine didn't take that long.
Yeah, it should be quick. But for her, it's two things, so maybe that's why. Can you click again? Control S, just to make sure nothing. Every time you click on Control S, it will do the same thing. It will
Yeah,
re.
it's saved even here. It's
Uh, I do not see. Okay, hold on. Wow, it does not do anything for you.
no. Yeah.
Maven
It's,
project. That's so strange. Yep. Which PM, yeah, automation learning is something which you created. Pom.xml file is yours. And when you save it, outline. Can you close the outline on the right side? I don't want this. So there's something called project on your right.
uh,
There's something called outline. The right window.
this one.
Yeah, close that. We do not need that.
Okay.
Okay, can you save, click on line 34, press enter at the end of line 34, press enter. Okay, and now click Control S. Nothing.
Nothing.
That's so strange. Can you click on automation learning, the heading on the project? Yeah. Do a right click and refresh. Down. You should see down, 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 up, right, up,
Oh yeah.
refresh. This is not doing it.
Nothing.
Did you choose? Okay, can you go up on this file? I want to see if you chose what type of project you chose. Uh, go up on this
Oh,
the pom.xml file. Can you scroll to the top? It's already open.
okay.
Yeah, can you scroll to the top? Okay. Hold on. Maven pom dot schema 4.0.0. Maven Apache 8. Wow, that's strange.
Should I restart my system? Remember,
No,
even I used to face some issues while installing database, and you suggested me to restart, then it started to work.
Eclipse is not behaving like Eclipse.
True.
Yeah, it is like behaving weird. It should, I have never seen this issue before, to be honest. Like every time you save it, your Maven should build uh build properly.
Nothing is happening.
Yeah, for your case, nothing is happening for sure. Yeah, I think you should definitely restart your system and restart your Eclipse. Let's take a break of 10 minutes. You can do that and then you can rejoin, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
right now it's 7:18. Let's all meet at 7:30. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.
Forgot about it. Okay, so we'll create a new class file. So click on Selenium, click on new, click on class. Like it's the same class what we used to first create in Java. So call it as first Selenium and have public static void main. Package name is discourage. Oh, that's fine. Okay. We'll now write our first program to open a browser and to open a browser. So Google Chrome is one of the browsers. So we'll try to open a browser and then we'll try to go to demoguru99.com. So we'll try to go to this website. That will be our first thing to do. Okay. So let's try to do this.
Can you please paste that site name in chat?
Yeah. I'll share the code. So hold on. Anyways, let me share this site name here. Okay, so the very first thing which we will do is call our web driver. Oh, driver, I think these small. And call it driver equals to new of Okay, WebDriver, Chrome driver is here. I have to add import for WebDriver also. Here it is. Now, in order to use WebDriver, we have to import this from Selenium. So this is as part of Selenium, right? WebDriver is part of Selenium. So org.openqa.selenium will have everything about WebDriver. To use that WebDriver, I have to import this. Now I'm going to use Chrome to
Do I have to write import org like this?
Yeah,
no,
where
no.
did you just copy that from?
Oh, once you write this, it will import by itself. I copied it from previous programs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because I don't see that in my. I
in
don't see
your
that one.
yeah. Hold on, I'll share this import thing. Let me write the code and then I'll share the code. I do not want to break it and share it. Okay, so let me write it and then I'll share the complete code so you can copy it as well. I'll explain each and every part of this code. So this one is like basic block, and you have to write this in almost all the class files which you're going to create in Selenium. So WebDriver, you have to import it from org.openqa selenium.webdriver. And since we are using Chrome driver, as in I want to open it in my Google Chrome, I am using Chrome driver. Okay. Next is once I have my driver specified, then I can say driver.get and pass the URL. So I'll copy the URL which I have. Oops, what's this? Copy the URL, paste it here. So I'll copy this and I'll say system.out.println and I'll say the title of website is driver.get title. Okay. And what I'm doing here, first I'm telling what type of driver I want to use because I want Chrome driver. So I'll say go and call Chrome driver. Next I'm telling after when line number 10 gets executed, it's equivalent to a new browser opening up in the same manner what you see in my screen. So it will just open the browser. In line number 11 or in line number 12, I'm telling open this website in the driver which you just opened. So the driver which you just opened, it will paste this and press enter. So this is what it's going to do. And after that, I'm asking it to get the title of this page. So it will take this title, driver.get title. It will take the title and then it will display it in my console. So that's the work it is going to do. So let me just quickly execute that. In order to do this, first I'll save the changes and then I'll press on this play button. And it's running. Okay, so you can see it has opened the Google Chrome browser for me. And it's a bit slow. You can see now it has demoguru99.com, the URL. And it is opening the URL. And here it is displaying the title of the website, which is sign on Mercury Tours, which is this part. Okay, so I'll give this code. I want everyone of you to paste it in your class file and then run it. Again, it's assumed that you will change the class name. So please do change the class name from, I have first Selenium. If you have the same class name, then that file will directly work. If not, then you have to change the class name and make sure it's the same name as your class name. So after you add this into your class file, execute it, let me know if you see the same behavior.
Sorry, what we have to, you were supposed to send that, right?
I have sent it in the chat.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So after pasting it in your first selenium.java, I mean, if you have created the same file name, if your other file name, you make sure you change the class name. Let me know if you have executed successfully. Nice.
Yes,
It's working fine.
yes.
Okay. So congratulations for Chris and Lena at least. Their Selenium and Java setup is complete. Plus TestNG setup is complete. So now we'll see the TestNG part. We have
These all syntax, like we have to remember always that system out, print line, get title and all like this.
yes, but like you would have worked on this driver dot get title and driver dot get so many times that you will remember. And if like for interview prospect you have to remember, but let's say you're not in an interview, then if you write driver dot, you will have it all here.
Okay.
Okay, so you will you will see it, everything here. Okay. Now this was the first file which we created. This one is pure Java based file. So you can see I have void main, and then I'm initiating my driver. Then I'm asking my driver to open this website. Then I'm for this at this moment, I'm just going and telling driver to get the title and display the title. Now, in real life, most of the test cases will be in TestNG format. And hence I'm introducing TestNG a little bit sooner than later. Uh, what is TestNG? TestNG is a testing framework which we'll be using along with Selenium. So hence, like to add TestNG as part of our Selenium, that's an external library, right? We added it with the help of form.xml file. We told that we want this dependency as well, TestNG dependency. So this dependency got downloaded and it's present. Now, if I want to create a TestNG file, it's very easy. I have to just go to the package, click on new, go to others. I have to select TestNG class. Yes, Chris, any question?
Yeah. When you like, don't you have to have a repository for all this?
Sorry?
Do you not have to have a repository for all of this? Like
You
you
can
would with
create a repository. I will be sharing this repository, which you will be referring to like this repository has all the existing code, uh, which we need while learning the code or while going through the course, all the topics. Uh, so this
but I
repository
mean
I'll be sharing, but
but I mean in real world, if you were writing test cases and to test a website, wouldn't you put this in a repository somewhere?
yeah, you can actually. It will be present in a GitHub or wherever you would like. So similarly, how we added Java intro in our repository, you can add this one also. So this is
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a project. The repository is like just a place to store. So you can add it in GitHub, you can add it in Bitbucket, wherever you feel like. We have learned
So I
GitHub, so
guess
you can
my
add it.
question is like if you wanted to execute this, say once a week, like you have a set
Oh,
of test cases and you
correct.
wanted to execute it once a week, would you
Mhm.
have to have a repository for this or would it just be set up from here? Like, do you have to have a repository or can you run it
No,
from here?
no, that's not a compulsory part, but like if you're working in a project, you should always have a repository. It's
Okay.
not a compulsory. Like I can run my complete, like let's say if I've created 10 test cases, I can run all those 10 test cases without even putting this into Git or GitHub. I can directly
Okay.
do it from my clips. Yeah.
So does that mean that so if you're running it from here, that's not part of like CI/CD then, where it
Uh,
could be set up to run automatically?
Correct. Yeah, you can say that. Like if it is in my system, uh, then it's not part of CI/CD
You're
because
running it manually.
yeah, I'm running it manually. But I'll be like at the end of the after we finish learning Selenium and after we finish learning uh all the concepts of Selenium, the next part is Jenkins, where we will try to do
Jenkins.
the CI/CD. There
Okay.
I'll show you how to work with CI/CD. So again, that is very simple. In form.xml file, you will have instructions written on what will happen if you're building this project. So after building the project, like what will get executed. So that part will be at the end.
So for Selenium, you don't have to have a repository.
Oh yeah, you do not have to have, like it's not mandatory.
Okay. That's what I
Yeah.
needed to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And even if there's a repository, think of it as like this same project, what I have in my current local machine, will be
Mm,
present in the repository. So even for CI/CD, like the general CI/CD meaning is like, for every time like developers deploy their code, we run our automation suite, right? So that
right.
that general sense is true. In that case, wherever developers are storing the code, that would be a repository. So your code should also be present in the same repository in order for it to run after every deployment. But if my developers are not letting me into their repository, right? So let's say they don't want any of our testing code to be present in their repository. In those cases, you will have your automation framework or project present somewhere, and that will get executed after the deployment. So it will be like a new project which you'll be running. So let's say
Right.
if the website is already developed by someone, it's somewhere, I want my automation project to run on that. I can put this in Jenkins and I can start the run on just the project which I have here. So it will also,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack. I was just like, why aren't we building a
Oh
repository?
no, no. Like no question is always bad. Any question is always good. Like that's what I believe on. So it's nice. Okay, perfect. So let's go back. Okay, now the next part is the TestNG. So we have created the first automation. Do you all see this file at least? Did we created it like after installing what we say TestNG. I hope you see this file. Okay, perfect. So if you see this file, then TestNG, as I said, it's a testing framework. It has some annotation methods, and we will be making use of these annotation methods. So I'll explain these annotation methods today. You do not have to know, or the expectation is not for you to completely understand TestNG in one day. Uh, it is little complicated, not very complicated. It's little complicated, but if we practice it from day one, we'll get like very used to it by the end of the course. Okay.
Okay, just one question. You asked to create a test ng class. Uh,
Yeah.
do I have to create it?
Yeah. Did you not create it initially? First automation.java, like when I first said like before, right after we installed.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
TestNG class is already there. Yeah. Other
Okay.
than that, I don't have to create one more, right?
No, no. I mean, that should be
Okay,
good
okay.
enough for
Okay.
now.
That is there. Okay.
Yeah, that is there. That's nice. Again, like to create this file, since we have the plugin, we are creating it in that format. Let's say I do not have this plugin. In Chaitra's case, Chaitra does not have this plugin, right? So the only difference for her it will be is like there are few manual steps which will be added for her because the plugin is not there. So that means she has to create a new and uh, new class. And here she'll say, let's say first test ng, uh, test ng, and finish. So her class will look like this, and she has to manually add all these methods if she wants to work with these methods. So Chadra, you might have to manually add these methods in your test. So if I add these methods, save it, again it's all working fine. Like it's not like end of the world. If you do not get the plugin working, that's fine. It's just that you have to manually add those things. It will not be automatically done for you. So see, I manually added these things and it's fine. There's no error. Everything is going to work. Okay. Now few things about TestNG class. So TestNG works on annotations. So every test which you write uh, will be annotated with this @ test. There's a method, there's annotation called before method. There's annotation called after method. There's annotation called before class, after class, before test, before suit, after suit. So there's a way all these things will be executed. So let me let me write some things inside this, and then when I execute this test case or like execute this file, you will see how it works. So let me first take from, I do not want to write so many lines. So I'll take it from here. Oops, this is first test file. Why did I add logger in this? Maybe due to someone file download annotation concept. Okay, here it is. Just to save myself from writing so many lines, I'm using this. Uh, I have created two test methods. You all would see one test method for now, but I'm creating one more. So the test, I'm changing, it was earlier this test as a method. I'm changing it to test method. I can give any method name I want, but I should not be changing this annotation. So this annotation will always be called @test. And then I can say public void test methods. And in this method, I can give whatever I want to execute in my test, right? So this will be test steps for me. Similarly, I have one more test, which is like test method 2. I'm writing some more things inside this. And for the sake of execution or like what gets executed when, uh, okay, for TestNG, the very first thing we should know is it does not have main. You can see it does not have main. Like there's no main, public static void main. So there's no public static void main present here. So you can see that. And I can run this code. So if I run this code, it will execute completely fine. Uh, I hope it's running this. Okay. So when I run this code, it runs completely fine and I will see the results here. And it does not even have main. So TestNG will not have main. It works on annotation. So it relies on annotation to work. Uh, in other files, while we were working with other files, or till now, whatever we have executed, we always relied on public static void main, because that method would give instructions to our Java on what to be executed when. But for TestNG, that won't be the case. For TestNG, we will be writing our annotations, our tests in annotations, and when we say that execute this class, it will just go to that class and it will execute all the tests, or everything what you write inside the class file. It will execute them based on these annotation methods. So whatever you write in test will get executed. Whatever you write in So when I say whatever, it's the steps which you are writing. So right now I just have one step in each of the methods or each of the tests, and then there are some methods. Okay, so there's before method. So
I have one question. I have not understood this TestNG concept actually. We have Selenium, we WebDriver, we are able to open the website. Why do we need TestNG now?
because so with TestNG you get a lot of advantages of the framework itself. So let me show you some. So TestNG gives you uh, a good report. So where's a report? Like say reports. So TestNG gives you test output folder. Okay. So with the help of TestNG, so if you run your program in TestNG, the advantages of it is it gives you like you can run a lot of tests together, and when you run them, it will maintain uh, the run results. So as in how many test cases passed, how many test cases failed, how much time each test case took, where did the test case fail, what was the reason of test case. So all those things, with the help of TestNG, it collects for us and gives us in a report. So one of the report, I'll show it to you. So one of the reports where which I've executed like for my previous batch is like this. So it has one test case that had three methods. So if I see the test case had three methods: login test method two, test method three, and each time taken for each method is this, and so on. So like you get this report by itself. This is first thing. So you do not have to create the report. So TestNG saves the result in such a format that you will get this report generated by itself. So you will directly know how many test cases you ran, how many of them passed, how many of them failed, if something failed, how it failed, and so on. So that is one advantage. Second advantage is, let's say you executed 10 test case and 5 of it failed. Then in testng fail.xml file, you will see what are the test cases which failed. So now next time when you're running it, so next iteration, when you fix these test cases and when you run it next time, you just have to run the failed methods. You do not have to rerun everything. So that's second advantage. Third advantage is uh, it allows you to like with the annotation and with before method, after method, like with all this annotation, it makes your life very easy. So let's say uh, you have uh, you have or like we will study TestNG concepts like going forward, right? If I tell everything now, it will be difficult for me to prove it right away. But yeah, some advantages are what I've just spoken about. Like you have a report, you have uh, easy maintenance of the test cases which failed. With TestNG, you can execute test cases parallelly. With TestNG, you can pass data while executing your test cases and so on. So, and hence we use TestNG framework because of these capabilities it has, along with Java and Selenium. Okay. But in order to understand this completely, you have to first know what TestNG is, and then you will understand the advantage of it. Is it okay, the explanation, or you need more?
It's okay. Maybe as time goes, I will understand it better.
Yeah, that's true. As time goes, you'll understand. Uh, or yeah, you haven't worked on any automation projects yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So TestNG being introduced very early in life. Uh, like if you didn't have TestNG and if you have ever tried to automate something, then you would know the difficulty of automating something without TestNG, and then you would appreciate TestNG because this makes your life easy, as in it tracks everything for you without doing anything. Like just that you have to adopt the way you write your program. That's it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I was at annotation methods. So TestNG works on annotation. @test is for all your test cases will be present with the annotation @test. Then there's something called before method, after method, before class, after class, before test, after test, before suit, after suit. So all these things has a meaning, and like the way it's written uh, will be the way it gets executed. So when I run this file, you can see the very first thing what it will run is before suit. So you can see that it runs whatever is annotated with @before suit. So when I'm running my testng.java file, I mean first testng.java file, it will try, since it's annotation, right? It will try to look for @before suit. If it finds it, it will execute this first. Then the next thing will be it will try to look for before test annotation. So before test means like before running each test, this is what it will execute. So it will run this part. So you can see that the next line is this is before test. After before test, it will try to run before class. So if there are like 5 classes, this line will run every time before running any of the class. So before class, whatever you want to get executed before executing a class, you will execute there. Next is before method. This one will be executed before running any test. So this before method will, since I have 2 tests, it will get executed before running this, and then before running this again. So this part will be executed every time @test is executed. So again, today I'm just giving an overview. In next class, we will introduce more concept. I mean, we will get deeper. We'll try to get like deeper understanding and knowledge of all these annotation. But for today, it's just that how it gets executed. So when my Java JVM gets this file, it will try to first look for @before suit. Then if it finds it, it will execute it. If not, it will move ahead. It will try to look for @before test. Again, if it finds it, it will execute, or else it will look for before class. If it finds it, execute, or else it will try to look for before method. If it finds it, then it will execute this before method before running all your tests. So before running test method 1 or like test method, it will run before method first, and then it will run this. Now, why do we use all this annotation, right? So there are places like I want to open my driver, right? My driver has to be open before running any of my tests. So all this driver opening part will be in before method or before class. We can add it that way. And once my class is completed, or once my test is completed, I can close my driver because driver has to close. Like I cannot leave my browser open like this. So once I did all my test cases, I want to close this. So again, the closing part can be in after class or after method or after test or after suite. So all these methods will be used in those concepts, as in like what do we want to run before our test, what do we want to run after our test. So those steps will come in these type of annotated methods.
Do you have to use every single one of those annotations?
No, you even if you do not use any, that is also fine. Yeah, I'm just explaining the concept of what each of these annotation mean,
Mhm.
and when do they really get executed. So, hence, I'm not writing anything inside now, right? Like I'm just
But
writing.
you could just select one or two if you wanted to. You don't have to run all of them.
Uh, I can select. So if I do not want anything to be executed, I have to just remove them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not up to me. Like if there's an annotation method present, the way JVM executes it will try to look for those methods and it will execute them. But if you do not want something to be executed, you can remove them, or there's option of skipping. Uh, so skip, skip or enable equals to false. Okay, yeah. So if I
Mm,
click enabled equals to false, that means it's enabled. If I make it true, that means this will not enable true. So
mm,
disabled will be false, right? Yeah. So if I
yeah.
disable it, then it will not run this. So I can make it like I can give a heading to it, like disable it, skip it. I can do those things.
Okay.
Yeah. So those things are possible. Again, those we will learn all these things like in next class or next to next class. Slowly. Uh, I think it's time. So we will end the class today. I will be sharing the link for this repository, which is here. Uh, Hold on, let me share it right away. So make sure you download it. I have showed you couple of times on how do we download things from repository now. So it's kind of a test on if you guys can do it successfully or not. So where's the link? Where's the link? Where's the link? Oh, but again, if you cannot do it, let me know. I'll help you download it. But it should be easy. You have to copy it from.
Is your screen it's frozen or my
Oh no no,
okay, yeah.
I
Okay.
I was in another screen. Hold on. I'll give the repository link to you guys, right? Or else I might forget. This is too old. Okay, let me check BZK batch 2. This is Java project, so not good. Okay, Orange HRM is something which I'm working with. Selenium project. Basic browser. Oh no, not this one. Selenium project. I'll just take a few more minutes and then I'll be done. I just want to make sure that I'm sharing the correct files. Selenium, Excel Learning, TestNG Framework Custom, Excel file, learning has rest. Okay, perfect. So this is the project. Going to SK20, Selenium project, and code and copy. Last year, 3 commits. When was this commit last done? March 23 of 2024. Okay, then I have to maybe update this. Okay, if there's any new changes, then I will update, but right now it's good. So let me share this. Whatever. I'm sending it through chat and then I'll send it in email as well. So this is the link for my project for Selenium. So you can clone the repository in your system. GitHub for Selenium project.
So clone is like again go to Selenium project, right click, go to system test folder, open git bash, and then do the all commands, right? Clone.
Yes, but in this case, like when you go to your Eclipse workspace, make sure you're on Eclipse workspace directory. You should not be on any of the project. So do not be on. You have to be. So let's say if this is my repository, right? I mean, this is my Eclipse. So I'll go to learn, go to show in. I'll go to System Explorer and I'll be in workspace, okay? Do not be in any of the project and do this. Be on any of the workspace. I mean, you be on your workspace. So you can see I'm on workspace right now. This is my workspace. I will do a right click and do git bash here. Okay? Be on workspace and do it. Do not go into any of the project and do this.
Okay.
That's the only difference. Because I'm trying to download a new project and put it into this folder here. So if I go to some other project, then it's like trying to download a new project into an existing project. I don't want to do that. I want to be on my workspace and I'll be downloading a new repository from, or like new project from a repository, which is my repository. So
Question. When we're creating the project in the Eclipse, is it a Maven project?
yes, you
Okay.
when you're working on real-time project, it will always be Maven project.
Okay.
Yeah. From now onwards, like it should always be Maven project. That as you saw, right, it makes your life really easy because you have to just go and update the dependency in pom.xml file. If you want to add something, if you want to remove something, you just have to come to this file and add it, remove it. So you can see that. You can see that right now we just have two, right? By the end of the course, we will have so many dependencies. Currently, we just have two dependencies. In near future, we'll be adding more, more. So we'll be adding so many more. So it makes life easy if we have Maven. Without Maven, you have to add this all from outside, and also uh, creating a jar file out of your entire project, Maven project, it's very easy when compared to other type of projects. So we'll use this. So Lena, make sure you are in workspace and do this. Git bash here and git clone and the link which I've sent you. That's it. Do not type anything else. So git
Okay.
clone and the website which I've sent you. This
Okay.
github.com and press enter. That this will create Selenium project folder here in this place. Then go to your Eclipse and import this project. As in your Eclipse does not know there is a new project added to your system, right? So you have to go to this, create file, click on file, open project from source system, directory, the whatever the new folder which you have, select it and then open it. Okay. And then it will be present. Now I want you guys to open this by yourself because I've explained it multiple times. You should be able to do this part at least. As in downloading the repository, opening the repository in your Explorer. I'm sending the link. I'll share the video. Perfect. And since the setup part is taken care of, from next class, we'll be mostly from next class, we'll be mostly getting deeper into TestNG and Selenium. So please try to get yourself or your laptop fixed before next class, so that we can dive into the course and start working. Okay. And that's it for today. If you have anything, you can let me know.